Lady with the boar here. Magic with the kraken over there. So not a full map view. See what is going on over here. Map looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. We have dwarven over here, kobold towards lunch lady, and we have no giants on the map. No, Merkafar over there, no giants on the map, which is a pretty big deal for the boar and the kraken. Both would really like to get it. What's up, Iggy? It's the spectator mode better. Northgard has a spectator mode now, and we are able to watch a game in spectator mode. That's also why you have all these. Can you even see these? Like numbers all around my screen when I move the screen. Basically showing the better version I'm on, and I don't know which system and which client maybe. Like if they are a box, they can actually see that they are where they are coming from, right? So if there would be a clip for me, for example, I think. Can you actually see them? Yeah, you can see them. I were sick for a while. I were pretty sick for a while. So yeah, hopefully now back for good. That's where the title are coming from. Yeah, actually like healthy enough to keep it going here. I always felt back, but that's hopefully in the past. That's hopefully in the past. Yep. More scouting here for lunch lady. Nobody seems to be all too keen to snatch the middle. We have an insta Herbert start here for magic, which means usually that you go for a Valkyrie relatively early. You need word for that. He has 400 word right now with +7 production. As soon as he has 600, he can go to road to Valhalla, have one Norn turn into a Valkyrie, and very tanky, very weak unit. The tankiness makes up for it, and you will actually heal yourself if you are in a tile where a Herger is located on, so you can slowly heal the unit up for free. Yet again, always a great thing. For boar, even a little bit easier. Boar can just colonize tiles with wolves on it. Can just go for the tile. You will pay 10 extra food for every wolf on the tile. Then they will be your friends, and they will even defend you when you are getting attacked. The pork wolves. Can we get a pork wolves? Boop. Yeah, like in the last game, like I quickly get drawn into the game and what is actually happening, even though this is one of the first games we actually have the spectator mode on, and I should maybe talk a little bit more about that, because we basically generally have everything working out here very fine, and like most of the things I want to find out are pretty easy to find out. We can live check player stats here. We can check how much gold they have, how much wood, how their population is going. It's a little bit too early for population. Later on we can check that out. Right now not enough happened yet, so the graphs actually tell us a story. Check the resources, obviously. I will keep them up there because I feel like they're a very interesting thing to look at. And military for each of the players. Currently 0. Because like I said, the boar will just go for the tiles with wolves on it. You can even colonize tiles with a bear on it. Plus 50 food for that. Back here again. We can't colonize it yet. At the point you can colonize it, then we can see how much the wolves will actually cost. And yeah, we can basically look out of the view of the player, so we can see what the player is seeing. We can also take omniscient view, which means we can see everything. Just everything. What's up, Chaba? Greetings. Hope you're having a great one. How the house goes up for magic here. Pretty well. What else do we have here? We have fish. Like the kobolds are very close to the boar, so the boar can end up going for an offering. Well, we might very well see that, because as soon as you befriend the kobolds, you will get a trading route, or that is very lucrative. Let's say. We can even check that out right here. Yeah, if they are your trading partner, so if you go over 100 relation, which is not super hard as boar, because as boar you're oftentimes going to go for bartering. Usually you go simple living, lay of the land, bartering, and handiwork. With bartering, your trading routes will produce plus 100% crowns. Neutral factions will accept any resources, and you gain +1 happiness when trading with them. You also gain more crowns and relationship, which you can even boost later on with trading caravan. So usually you trade a lot as boar. Isn't this a space for cheating? You can not play ranked games with the spectator mode on, so generally it could be, obviously, but yeah, it's a thing you need to work around, right? You could do that with delayed streams, stuff like that would be needed in the worst case. Generally, I feel like there's not that much to gain from cheating, right? Obviously, Miss Lunch Lady could right now sit on the stream just as magic and check out what is going on and cheat like that. Thing again is, what is there to gain from that? What can you really gain? Not that much. So yeah, could be possible in the end if you're doing actual tournaments. I feel like there would sadly be no other way than have the streams delayed, and maybe even by a pretty chunky amount. Well, yeah, just needs to be like that, right? But that's how it usually goes. Let's say go around on Twitch and check out poker streamers and which of them are actually streaming live, and I can tell you it's almost none of them, because yeah, cheating. As always, if you have something, if you cover something live, you need to watch out that you don't give too much information away. I could imagine that if you do an Northgard tournament, you need to go for a pretty juicy delay on the stream that is covering the game, maybe 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes. Because yeah, information goes a long way here. Ooh. A lot of eco here for Lunch Lady. With handiwork. With simple living, not super hard. Going for colonization afterwards. Interesting. I'm always simple living straight into handiwork. Right here we see the colonization, making it a little bit cheaper to go for more tiles, which seems to be a good idea. Because cheaper tiles means less houses for you as more, because you don't need to build houses when you have a lot of tiles. For every tile that you take, you get +2 population. Magic over here, still sitting on the 4 tiles here from the start. Going for stone already. Must have started right now. Iron is also running. We have double fishermen out there. A lot more at this point, getting way better idea of the map, and most likely will end up be the one necking the middle here. Pretty good. Are you out from the game? I don't know. Don't want to test it out right now, since it's one of my first games that I can actually couple like that. Would be a thing which would generally be good to test here. Very good reaction here. Sending in the Valkyrie, tanking the damage. Villagers all remain unharmed. Now the Valkyrie goes back into the Urger tile, starts healing, and the day is fine. Who cares about a wolf attack, right? Magic. Lunch Lady will soon actually be less likely to get attacked from neutrals, because environment hostility has been dropped by 70% by going for lay of the land. Also, you are now able to take wolf dens. Do we have a single wolf then on this tile? There's a wolf then. You could theoretically just go for it without even killing the wolves now. What's up, Perseray? Lolo. It's not a bad question, Shaba. I feel like the chances that you could actually easily get back is very, very low. Be something that would be really good to be tested in a beta, but like I said, it's my second game here that I'm actually spectating, so I would love to not test out stuff like this yet. We might do a little one. Like, we're gonna play around with this a little more, most likely also over the next stream. And maybe we do a little game there where I say, hey guys, at the start of the game, I just drop out, I try to come back, and if it doesn't work out, we can just redo the game. But we're already pretty deep in it here, and it promises to be a quite interesting game here, I gotta say. Promises to be a quite interesting game. Let's go for resources here. I feel like they're a little bit more interesting for you right now, right? This is very interesting for pop. Okay, I'm learning. You can see the military units that they have, how much warband in general, and how much population. See that the resources over here are doing pretty good in the food production right now. The lunch lady will do pretty fine when the winter is over. Not doing too bad right now, to be fair, right? But are not starving throughout the winter, still taking a good chunk of food with them, which is always a good sign. But they weren't taking down to the max, right? I oftentimes have my food build up that I start starving in the last month of the winter, which is not too bad if it's only the last 2 weeks. If it's a longer time, it can get quite a problem. But if your food economy is that good that you can actually carry food throughout the winter, and it would be kind of a waste to not do that, it's generally always a very good spot. There seems to be pretty good here. We have a dwarven attack here on magic side. It's very hurtful. Having the Valkyrie here, of course, makes it a lot easier. And yet again, take all the damage on the Valkyrie here. Come back, and the offering well is going up. I don't even think he's gonna be too interested in befriending the dwarven here for... yeah, dwarven, basically. Check that out here. They will get mining allies, so will get two of the expert craftsmen that can forge for you, and they can defend you. They cannot run out of your territory, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Would be pretty cool if you could attack with them, but I don't know if it would also be a little overpowered. Well, the giants, you get 2 giants, right? But the first dwarven bonus is already pretty good. They have a certain stock of resources, and they will just gift you it over time. Because they're really, really nice guys. There's camp here going up. And the bear is falling. The menders are up. The bear falls. Doesn't want to pay the 50 food. Lunch lady is not up for that. Just wants to take the ruin for a little bit smaller price. Having the bear on the tile is also not significant. I had sometimes games where as a wolf I ran around and people were attacking me for like clearing out their bear because they I want to have it as a defense. Usually the bear doesn't provide that much of defense. Not the most important thing. More wolves are getting cleared. If you want to hear how the wolves get cleared, you actually gotta go into magic. But we usually shouldn't be able to see that. Like if I'm a lunch lady, I'm supposed to see this here. And if I then turn this on and watch them do something, I cannot actually hear it. Therefore, we go on magic. I don't think that's a bug or anything. That's just how it's supposed to be. Just how it's supposed to be. Now you can certainly see the numbers and everything on screen. That's because of the beta version. But like I said, I feel like most of the stuff I need is just there. I think that's pretty good. Befriending the kobolds, maybe? It's not a connection, is it? You cannot run from there. Over there. I don't think so. You would need to clear the Valkyrie, take this tile. He's not. Like, she's not trading at all. What is going on here? Le relic. Definitely not the strategy I usually go for. Which doesn't mean that's bad at all. Interesting to see what the goal here will be. It will definitely not be hard trading with the kobolds here. Something lore related. Taking a lot of tiles with lore, I would think. Because we have colonization already. Already came in a little earlier. Taking tiles is cheaper in general. With the lore relic you're able to take tiles with lore. So I feel like it might have something to do with this. Valkyrie is falling now. Towards you have a bear tile. You have a lot of the map to take. I don't think it's gonna be a mid-win. maybe we will actually see a mid-win try here from Lunch Lady, but I would not bank on it. Frustrating both going up for magic. Probably actually trying to trade with the dwarven there. Not the worst trading partner. I feel like the tier list is basically oh, it's hard. Oh, it's hard. Like the best is definitely giants, right? In the end you get a fat giant. Who doesn't like that? I love that. Second would be actually kobolds for me, even though they die easily. So it really depends on if I have an opponent who is like most likely clearing out the kobolds as they can. I would like dwarven more because they actually survive it for a while until I can defend them a little bit. But for the outcome, I actually like the kobolds more because I love the trading route that you get when you are befriended with the kobolds. That is really, really stonks. You get so much gold out of that. I really love that. So dwarven and kobolds maybe a little bit bang forward, and the least favorite you would like to trade with is these fellows here, I feel like. It doesn't give you as much. It gives you that they mainly target clans that you are hostile to or at war with, and they are loyal to a single clan, so only the one that you was like before. But they will then attack your opponents mostly. Can be fine. It's a little iffy though. Like these attacks can come at the worst times for your opponent and be like actual game changers, or they can come at a real bad time. Yeah, Lunch Lady is really not planning on befriending those kobolds. She is killing them. Ruthless. They went on the force raft tile there, so that's something I can see. Just killing those poor fellows. Yeah, definitely wants the first fourth raft tile. Pretty sure I had said hello Persevere already, right? But if not, I'm just gonna reimburse on it. Say hello again. Yeah, we're definitely spectating. Using the new spectator tool that we were given. No, most likely not anymore. Most likely not playing anymore. Okay. Nice clear right there. Probably going more or less instant for the tile, so nobody takes it away. But the kobolds don't come back here. They don't have any other tile to spread though, so they will miss start getting annoying. We will see if we will see a offering. Well, here it doesn't look like it right now. Going straight for the fisherman up. There's an upgrade on the town hall and going for a straight altar of kings. Okay. Okay. 310 fame. Most likely aiming on legacy then? I feel like this is an upgrade that you want rather early. There's the watchtower going up. I feel like legacy is the next, like the next lore will be herbalism or recruitment. Yeah. Check that out. That's recruitment. So on the way towards legacy, the lore relic is now done. Pretty neat. Just going on magic side, we have a lot of gold production and plus 23. Plus 23. Combination out of near the sea spirit, like having a bunch of buildings close to the sea, will give you a passive gold and word generation. Like this is also counts as on the sea, although it just needs to touch water basically somehow. Not not ponds though, just like the ocean. And 6 merchants out trading right now, also with knowledge from beyond, so also you will get a knowledge trading tech here on this clan. The plus 100% more production from your trade routes as for bartering for the boar. But you won't get happiness for every trading route. You will get +2 lore per merchant. Also plus 20% grants and relationship boost. Boost that with trading caravan. So generally the strategies are always pretty Amish for the clans. But we have Lunch Lady going for a complete different strategy here. Going for a lore relic, having a lot of lore production through the docks. The shipbuilding is in. And then aiming for legacy here. You can take a lot of tiles with the lore relic, which will allow you to colonize zones with lore. You can colonize zones with lore, obviously. This will give you fame. With a lot of fame, you will get more out of your altar, because you get +1 production for every 200 fame you got already. And 400 fame right now, that means +2 production out of the altar. If you then get legacy on top, you will get +50. First, your altar will actually give you a little bit of happiness. Plus, your altar produces 50% more. So it wouldn't be +2 anymore. It would be +3. Rising and rising and rising. So a lot of altar production there. I love that. Altar rush for boar. This is always my cup of tea. Problem is you need to defend your map. And that can be tough, I think. Magic. The Kraken clan here, generally not the clan that wants to pressure you early though. Clan that definitely wants to take its time in the late game. You're gonna be fine, but with 800 crowns already, plus also, again, the Endless Tide lore, which reduces the cost of all your military units by 15%, and the attack power is increased by 10%. A little bit weaker than Weaponsmith, but also each camp gives you +1 warband. Generally, you're not having the greatest time as Kraken on heights if they are non-coastal tiles though. So for example, these 2 tiles are coastal because they are touching the coast somehow, like this one, this one, this one. This tile here is a complete non-coastal tile. So with your army as Kraken in these tiles, you do -30% damage, which is a huge malus. You could, however, go on your word, which Magic has a bunch of right now, so you wouldn't have a big problem with doing that. Could go for High Tide and cancel this effect out. You can High Tide this tile, it will get a weird color. And then you don't have an attack debuff anymore. So yeah, can negate this effect, and obviously with cheaper army by -15% plus probably Going for military base bonus, which will reduce the base cost of your warriors even by 25% more, will get pretty insane. Yeah, true. you just gotta click it. Can click it, it's great. You mean these, right? Yeah. I can click these. It makes me feel good that I can click these. Doesn't do anything, but I can. I'm just always a little bit scared that I actually make the game crash or anything. Don't wanna make that happen at the very first. While having a few bugs here is of course expected. The middle, or lunch lady, smack the middle here out of nowhere in 802. I'm pretty sure both of them were already sure that this is just a map where sometimes happens where there is no middle, but there surely is. Lady building up more bad now. A little bit of fear getting attacked, I feel like. Covering 400 gold in 80 start of 802. It's not the highest amount, honestly. You can see magic going absolutely nuts, but this is not as much as you generally need around that time if you're not planning to attack them. But it doesn't look like it would be. Getting the upgrade though. Maybe he's looking towards it, but there's an altar. Seems to be higher priority right now, so late game seems to be the goal, which I feel like as Kraken should most of the times aim for. Watch lady, building tiles with the watchtower, upgraded right now, means has a little bit bigger range of putting out the tiles, which is always pretty nice. At the middle, that's a little bit of extra fame, and there we go, 500 fame. For lunch lady here, 530 in fact, pretty good. On a good way to reaching 600, getting plus free production on the altar, plus yeah, the bonus. And here it actually says the bonus. I feel like that's super. What I can't remember this would be the thing. But after she went for legacy and the 50% bonus production, the numbers in here changed and actually tell you get 1.5 now for 200, which I feel like makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. Magic now has oh, it's Dwarven operatives. Look at these fellas. So, befriended the Dwarven over here, which means you get 2 Dwarven, which can now forge for you. Can be pretty nice. They can also mine. They can do a lot of stuff. What they are doing mainly for you is looking extremely fancy. Look at these guys. Not only the beards, like they have extremely fancy hammers. You don't even want to know what this helm costs. They don't even need a mining camp to mine. They just do it. Yeah? They just save the stone somewhere. They don't need the camp to go there. Not as sissy as your villagers. Do it themselves. Gonna do it themselves. Extremely fancy. More drawers getting cleared here. Very nice, very nice. With this, you take the least amount of damage and do the max amount of damage. Isn't that pretty good? You're probably not doing the max amount of damage, but in the end you don't need to heal your units here afterwards, at least not as much, and yeah, you reach your goal, you clear out the drawers. This is the max amount of damage after that. If you need a tile cleared quickly, you take the damage. If you got time and you want to be efficient, you like with micro. Nobody actually fully scouted out this opponent yet. We have upgraded scouts here even. Nope. Don't do it with towers. Don't know how far you can go with that, but worked out so far. Magic, complete disregard to the rest of the world. It's just doing its thing, man. Building the altar, trading a little bit, being 1k gold, man. Doing fine. Now building up the scout camp. Most likely upgrading them and then starting to scout. which is always a little bit of a benefit because your scouts are 50% more efficient as soon as you upgrade your scout camp. So yeah, your scouting is generally going to be a little bit more efficient if you do it after you upgrade the scout camp and not when you have the weaker scouts, basically, which are just going to take longer. Your eco should be a little bit better. Generally, I also feel like it's better to scout later if you want to go greedy, because the scouts, like the villagers you turn into scouts, are not going to produce anything for you. So if you scout later and have your villagers like produce wood for you, produce food for you, this is actually gonna get your eco further, right? You're gonna be able to take more tiles, you're gonna be able to build more buildings if you have wood, you're gonna be able to get gold and upgrade stuff. Like all the stuff your villagers are doing for you other than scouting will benefit your eco more than just seeing something. Up to a point, right? You need to see a tile to take it, but you know what I mean. So having the scouts out a little bit later means you do it at a point where you have like 20 villagers, and there are 2 villagers running around and scouting won't hurt you as much as if you have 10 villagers. There are two villagers are way more, yeah, way worthier. Look how far attack here. Dirty Milkafar. Maybe I'll take it back. Maybe actually the best trading partners. The attacks are highly annoying. I just feel like the other bonuses. Just a tiny bit better. Just look at these guys. Look at these guys. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. We're scouting a lot more triple scouts out now for magic. Pretty good gold, but the gold for Lunch Lady is also not looking too shabby. The watchtower going up. How's the fame looking? 680. 680. That means we already get 4.5 out of each resources out of the Altar of Kings. Pretty good. Magic with 530 getting +2. This altar right now, which is also already pretty good. But you always gotta keep in mind the army for magic is a lot cheaper than for Lunch Lady. You have -35% in total you pay for your army, which is just huge, right? It's just huge. Having a lot more here. Seeing a lot of war camps. Knows that Lunch Lady is definitely ready for some dancing. You can already see on the golds though, both players are pretty ready. It's just what you gotta expect at AO 3, right? Magic is hoping to just have the bigger army here in the end, which I feel like is generally not impossible. Military stats. We have 32 population for Lunch Lady. Nutty. Very nutty. Pretty good. On the other side, Magic with 26, which is also very good population. I really am asking myself who needs to be the aggressor here. It might actually be Magic. I feel like the Kraken in the late game gets so strong. Might actually not need to be the aggressor. I don't know. But in the end, Lunch Lady getting more fame here, getting more tiles. Which means he's also going to be able to get more and more out of these Altar of Kings. These Altar of Kings. Like +6 soon as she reaches 800 fame. Which is actually not that far away anymore. Holy moly. This is a pretty good production there. But we can also see it right here. +30 against +31. The gold ecos, man, they are both just rolling. Magic here also with the traders. I don't know who's trading right now. Even the Merkalfar? Nope. Kobolds are dead, so won't be them anymore. Probably still trading with the Dwarven. Getting more and more ore out of it. Lunch Lady also slowly starting to trade with the Dwarven. We have one trading post up there. Interesting. Just to boost up the gold economy, it seems like. Is somebody going for another win condition than domination? Lunch Lady could think about going for fame. Is a possibility. Check right here. You need 12 zones colonized. Go for her right now. She has 11 already. She has the Altar of Kings, so the only thing she really needs is the fame. Problem is, this ain't no dragon. So, if there would be a dragon, you would have an easy way of getting 250 fame out of nowhere. You don't though, so yeah, you're gonna need to take lures, you're gonna need to take tiles and everything. She could even think about going for Yggdrasil here, while 1,500 food is unrealistic. But I think you can also take that with lore, because you have the relic. Maybe a little bit more realistic with that. Let's check. Plus 39 lore production on top of plus 31 crowns. Doing fine and fine here. Doing really fine here. Magic. Also. Just insane gold amount here. But both of the players are doing well. Really gonna be interesting to see what is gonna be the move here. Magic really doesn't seem to be all too interested in an attack now. Lunch Lady seems to be really the one. Emissary Lodger even, yeah, really sitting down, and I feel like just waiting for the fame to slowly come towards her. This would be the missing tile here, right? Oh, by the way, you colonize that with lore right here. You can only colonize that with food. So the middle is gonna be also a little bit of a divider here for Lunch Lady, because all of this part of the map she can't really go for. It's completely cut off from both of the players, because yeah, this part of the map is just not reachable for anyone. Let's look at the fight. A little bit of poking here by Lunch Lady. Magic not really go for the gemstone. Not be able to go for the rest there. And look at the amount of minerals stored by Magic. Definitely a long trading relationship here with the Dwarven, which are 100% safe here too. Magic Lunch Lady would need to clear out the Valkyrie here to clear out the Dwarven. Best friends forever here, most likely. Oh my god. Army is streaming in more and more. We have 19. The gold is still looking good here. So we have a huge army here. Or Magic. You can just run through this tile. Keep decolonizing this one up there. Warband generally should be also a little bit lower for Lunch Lady here. But she has militia on top. She has villager to defend. But Magic has plus 3.5 attack from the camp upgrades. There you go. In total he has 4 camp upgrades. So that should be a tiny bit more attack for his units, while the Boar clan of course just gets weaponsmith, right? He doesn't only get 10% for Steel 1 military lore, he gets plus 20%. We also see upgraded camps here, 2, 3. 3 upgraded camps, 1 tile just got lost. We build another tower. Army is also coming up right now. Okay, the army is going forward. Defense mode is put on. Magic not quite ready to go in yet. The warband lead of 4 right now. One warrior just converted. Yeah, still a few coming in. There's still a few coming in. Yeah, the army definitely bigger here. Already going in straight up. It doesn't look to be too bad of a fight here for Magic. It's taking out a bunch. Ay, 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 ay. Maybe Lunch Lady didn't really see how much, like I wouldn't have expected how much army they have. Felt like she were in a great spot there. We're in a really great spot. But yeah. Not engaging with the villagers there. But I don't think you can even see that as a mistake too much, right? Maybe that could have made a little of a difference there. But generally, Lunch Lady were in a commanding position here. Magic were able to convert his +6 army attack power. Okay. So somehow before he had a little bit of a debuff on them. I don't know why. +6 now. That's a whole different story. We have +6 on the board. That's same upgrades. So same upgrades, more army. Also, the 500 bonus for the boar most likely made a huge difference here. For the Kraken. If you go for the 500 bonus, it's like when military units get killed in a neutral or enemy zone, they have a chance to become a spectral warrior that join your ranks. And right now, I see at least 3 spectral warriors in there, which are super tanky units and then take a lot of the fight. And that is oftentimes why the Kraken clan in the late game is just so painful to win against. It can be really hard. The army is 35% cheaper. They can have less camps to get the army out because they just get +1 more warband per each camp. And yeah, you get your ghosts. Hey, it was very good game, Lunch Lady. I feel like she had a lot in their hand. Maybe pulling in the villagers or something could have made a little of a difference there, but I feel like the 500 were also the difference maker in that fight. Generally, good army could have been maybe a bit bigger here for Lunch Lady. Also, just a few more camps and stuff. But like I said, just a really great game, commanding position there, maybe even able to pull through and yeah, get the fame win or anything. Like anyone, like Magic were forced to attack over there, and when you can get the Kraken into that position, that is pretty good for you already. Yeah, maybe. But hey, still, very great game here. I rarely get the Kraken to actually attack me. Usually I am the one who just attacks the Kraken because I'm fearful of the late game here. Very good idea here, going for the early altar, making it more and more scary. Actually, +6 position production there at the end. I feel like that worked pretty good. Yeah, okay. Well, that is pretty greedy, but had a lot of towers up. Actually, pretty wild. We weren't able to go for that at that point. Yeah, that's after fight, right? Yeah. It's Guardian. And okay. We're kind of close. Thanks. But hey, that's when you get a lot of warband basically for every tower that you build, and every upgraded, like every normal tower gives you +1, I think, and every upgrade +2, which would have been a bunch of army there for Lunch Lady. Making you able to get a much bigger army than she had there. But like I said, really good game from both sides here. Yeah, maybe actually a little bit unlucky by Lunch Lady because I feel like she could have won that. Yeah, +6 for Magic were also really strong. Lunch Lady also with the +6 actually. So from the upgrades, actually very same playing field. Problem is the Kraken just pays 35% less for his army. Like that makes a huge difference just having the ability to go for usually always more warriors, right? Even if Lunch Lady gets a few more here, it makes the fight a lot closer because Magic still has to push in. Lunch Lady can still pull villagers in defense that will soak up a little bit damage and make the fight a lot more even. Yeah, you usually always will have a little bit of an army advantage just because it's so much cheaper. Like, not a little bit, right? It's a bunch. And yet again, very, very nice game here. I enjoy the spectator mode a lot. Gotta say that too, right? Really, really insane. Having a lot of fun with it. And yeah, hope that it's gonna be out soon. So we can do it in actual games. It's a very actual game here, right? But I feel like the game, to set up the games will be a lot easier. These were actually one of the best games I have seen in the time. Is that here, because I'm often like playing around my stone ranks here, so seeing people that actually know what they're doing is always very fresh to see. I hope you guys enjoyed that just as much as I did. Very interesting strategies here, especially also for board, because I'm usually going for something completely different. Also for magic here, a very, very, very stable dragon play, which ended up in a win, right? Very, very nice. Great game, great game.